What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very exciting transfer news video in which we will talk about the reports that Nabil Fekir is on his way to Liverpool. French outlet RMC Sport claimed that a £62 million fee has been agreed for the 24-year-old French winger who is a great player. The suggestion of interest was later confirmed by both SFR Sport and L'Equipe, the very respected French sports newspaper, and also a very interesting claim has emerged today with a journalist who works for Canal Plus and Eurosport France. He's called Romain Collet-Gaudin. I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name. He said on Twitter that Klopp has had a very good meeting with Fekir, backing Liverpool to finalize and complete the move. Listen to this video carefully because I will have some news about what Sadio Mane said about Nabil Fekir later on in this video. And what Nabil Fekir himself said is very telling. He was asked about his future recently and he said, and I quote, "I heard these rumours. For now I am in Lyon. There are still 2 games left and we are preparing for them in the best way possible. At the end of the season we will see the Champions League with Lyon. Of course I want that. It's the club of my heart, as you know." I'm just commenting that Lyon is Fekir's first and boyhood club. Let's look at Nabil Fekir's goal scoring numbers. So in his first season, his breakthrough season, when he was still like an 18-year-old or 19-year-old player, he scored 1 goal in 17 games. But then his breakthrough season came in 2014-15, where he scored 15 goals in 39 games. Then the season after that he had a really bad injury, scored 4 goals in only 9 games, but then 14 goals in 49 games, and this season is his breakthrough season. Now he already has 21 goals in 34 games, which is more than 1 goal per 2 games ratio, which is just fantastic. And overall he has 55 goals in 148 games for Lyon, which is a terrific return in my opinion for such a young player who is still developing and improving his game. So that's what Nabil Fekir could bring for Liverpool. Goals, assists, he can run from deep, carry the ball forward, he can dribble, he can beat people, so he can play on either wing. He can play as a number 10 behind Firmino, he can play on either side of the midfield, a defensive midfielder, bombing forward and back. He could be a box-to-box creative midfielder as well. So there are lots of positions for Fekir in the Liverpool team where he could play. He's kind of a mix of Oxlade-Chamberlain, Coutinho and Emre Can. That's how I could best describe his talent, because he's physically very strong, robust. He has the skill set of almost like Coutinho, and he has the pace of Oxlade-Chamberlain. So it's a great combination, a great hybrid of a lot of things that you want from an attacking Liverpool player. The reason why Jurgen Klopp is going with this very quickly is that it's a World Cup year, and many of his potential transfer targets could be heading to Russia in June. So I have no doubt that Jurgen Klopp wants to conclude most of his transfer business early, because if any of these players that Liverpool are trying to sign have a great World Cup, then the transfer fee could almost double or increase by like 50%, and that's not what Liverpool wants. So it makes sense for Liverpool to get these players while they are still playing for their clubs and not in the World Cup teams. So let me know, what do you think about this news? Would Fekir be a good signing? Where would he play? I think he could be the perfect Coutinho replacement, and we really need a Coutinho replacement, because in some games we lacked creativity. Chelsea away comes to mind, where the midfield lacked creativity to break down a packed low block defense. Stoke City at home, and many other games. Swansea away, where we lost to then bottom of the table Swansea. We lacked creativity, and Naby Keita is a huge signing. but I think Liverpool need more, especially with Emre Can likely not signing a contract extension. L'Équipe also suggests that Chelsea had failed in an approach for Fekir, because L'Équipe also have said that Chelsea want to sign Fekir, not just Liverpool. But it must be noted, however, that other journalists like Goals Neil Jones or ESPN's Glenn Price have claimed that no deal is imminent. But what is really telling, normally James Pearce, who is working for the Liverpool Echo, and he's a Liverpool-based journalist very close to Liverpool FC. Normally he squashes these rumors straight away if there is not any truth in them. But this time, instead of squashing these rumors, he actually went and interviewed SFR Sports' Jacques Santucci on what Fekir could bring to Jurgen Klopp's side, and that will be the second part of this video, where I tell you guys what Fekir can bring to this Liverpool side. So I'm really in the belief that this Fekir to Liverpool transfer could actually go through, because Jurgen Klopp has already met with the player, and it looks like that Jurgen Klopp is a big fan of him, and I really love Fekir. He just has something about him that is lacking at Liverpool, that really over the top self-confidence, and he has the presence of the pitch on the pitch, and he has even better numbers than Coutinho in terms of goals and assists. Yes, it's the French league, but he has already played 10 times for the France national team, which is really good that he gets the experience. But Lyon is his boyhood club, so to tempt him away from Lyon would take a significant amount of money, and 62 million pounds in today's transfer market seems about right for a talent who is just approaching his peak years. Signing him at 24 years old, he could be similar to Sadio Mane. I think we signed Mane when he was about 24 years old, if I remember correctly. Similar to Firmino as well, and Mohamed Salah. So these players are approaching their peak years, and that's when you want to sign them. Jurgen Klopp said in a wide-ranging interview with The Guardian, "I always meet the player before we sign. That's when I decide, because I have a good feeling for people, and I fully trust Klopp to make the right decision." He has this man management skill that is one of the best in world football, in my opinion. Is that his message gets through to the players, and he has such enthusiasm. He's not a typical German, let's just say that, because he's like a Mediterranean guy with so much passion, so much enthusiasm and drive and everything. And I love that about him, because I'm the same with many things in my life, with Liverpool, with football. I'm really passionate, and I celebrate like crazy, just like Jurgen Klopp. So him wanting to meet the player makes sense. And actually, Reds winger Sadio Mane, he made actually an unusual interview on Sunday. He was asked about the possibility of Fekir joining the club, and normally players don't comment on future signings because that's not very wise choice from Mane, but I think the feelings, the emotions got the better of him, and Mane actually told SFR Sport, who is as I said, a French newspaper, Nabil Fekir is a very great player. If that's the case, we will be really happy to have him here. I think he would do very good things with us. We always need this kind of player. If we have him, it will be fire. That's what Mane said. Oh my god, I know that Mane probably shouldn't have said that, but I just love that interview, man. Him saying Fekir joining Liverpool will be fire is just, that's what the internet wants to hear. I just love that. Absolutely love that about this Mane interview. Lyon president Jean-Michel Aulas said that he has not received a bid for the player. No, if we had negotiated and signed the deal, I would be the first to know. There hasn't been contact with Liverpool. I'm a bit surprised by this story. I also want to stay there. I also want to say there was no agreement in Nabil's contract allowing him to leave. So there are conflicting reports, but I don't think the Lyon president would tell if the deal is done until it's signed, sealed and delivered. And I think this is just, the deal is in the motions, in the process, and until all the finer details are ironed out and put down into the contract, I don't think either Lyon or Liverpool or Jurgen Klopp or anybody involved will say anything definite. So these reports, there is no smoke without fire, as the saying goes. So these reports, I'm sure that there is a deal in motion, and we just have to wait and see whether Liverpool can complete the deal. But who wouldn't want to sign for this very, very exciting Liverpool team? We are on the verge of potentially winning the Champions League, and Liverpool have such a great, exciting, attractive brand of football, and everybody could see that the club is on the up. The upward trajectory is consistent with Jurgen Klopp. We have improved season after season, and Jurgen Klopp is building something really, really special, and who wouldn't want to play for Jurgen Klopp? If you are a football player, and if you forget your club allegiances, let's be honest, Jurgen Klopp is the manager that you would want to play for. Maybe Pep Guardiola is the other one, but these are the top managers who have such incredible enthusiasm, and they are always in a good spirit, and I'm just really hoping that Liverpool can complete this deal. So Fekir has already scored 20 goals for Lyon in this season, 17 of those goals coming in League 1, and Lyon are in a second place. They have won 7 or 8 games in a row, and Fekir had a really bad injury like 2 seasons ago, but he pretty well recovered. It was a knee injury. This season he got injured again, but just for a month or two, and that wasn't really serious. It was the same knee, but they got surgery on it, and since then he has been playing consistently well, and he had a streak. I checked his record, and he had a streak where he scored in 6 or 7 games in a row for Lyon, which is amazing. And Fekir wouldn't play every week, or wouldn't play every game, shall I say, because we can, if Fekir joins, we can rotate Fekir with Mane, with Salah, and we can rotate Fekir with potentially Naby Keita, Jorginho Wijnaldum, Adam Lallana in midfield, James Milner, Jordan Henderson. So Fekir can play either side of the number 6 of Jordan Henderson, or he can play either side of Firmino as a replacement for Mane or Salah if they get tired or injured or suspended or loss of form. Lots of things can go wrong, and this end of the season shows that Liverpool need more players in the squad to compete on all fronts. Liverpool's squad is just not deep enough to sustain a really good run towards the latter stages of the Champions League and in the Premier League, potentially competing for the title, for the top 2 finishes. So I think Liverpool need a bigger, better squad, and Jurgen Klopp knows it. That's why he wants to strengthen the team. So let me know what do you think about these transfer rumors in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Goodbye.